Good morning, and welcome back to the Old Style Outdoors. Do you know what that is? Yeah, well, let me tell you what it is. That is something that'll do exactly, almost mirror perfectly, what a 6.5 Creedmoor will do. Right there. That's also a 6.5. Any guesses what it is yet? Okay. Well, here's the next thing about it. The 6.5 Creedmoor was designed, I think, or released rather, in 2008 or 2010. Not sure. Somebody can comment about that, but somewhere like that. This cartridge was released in 1894. Yeah. Huh? 1894? And it does everything that a 6.5 Creedmoor will do? Yeah. Yep. You can shoot the same bullets. In some cases, it'll actually do a little more than a 6.5 Creedmoor, which is nutso. So, anybody know what it is yet? Or should I just come out and tell you? Very popular in Europe. Yep. It's a 6.5 by 55 Swede. That's what it is. Yep. And here's the rifle. This is another Mauser. We've had a few of these lately. This is my oldest son's. This is a Husqvarna Model 46. This particular rifle was made in 1933. These are wonderful guns, really are. This come through an importer. Great rifle. He has it topped with a Weaver, an old Weaver steel tube. This one made in the late 40s. It is external adjustment. It is a 2.5 by 8 power variable with fine crosshairs. If you don't know what an external adjustment is, I'm jumping around here, but I'm trying to get all this in here a little bit. You can see here the housing. The tube is actually just a solid tube, and it sits inside a housing here. If you've ever heard of Unerdal scopes or some of those old scopes, the adjustments are outside. So these knobs were spring set, so you're essentially, when you down or up, the scope's doing this inside the ring, and then the front ring is a knurled spring. It's hard to tell here. Terrible camera work. But anyways, this is essentially in a bind all the time, like a big coil spring. You can see how this wraps back under twice, right under there. Anyway, pretty cool. This rifle in particular, first got it, my son buys a couple boxes of shells. Of course, anybody that shoots a 6.5 by 55, know that a lot of them shoot, anywhere between 120s to 140s. And some of these rifles, that's what the majority of them are, is like an 8 twist. This one, however, they made some that were 12 twists, and the one that he got is a 12 twist, so it likes the lighter bullets better. This is a reload here, what I've loaded for it. The rifle doesn't shoot a hole, but it does shoot good. I can shoot an inch group, it'll shoot MOA. And that's really good enough for what she is. I mean, rifle's made in 1933, it's good. So anyway, this load here I settled on is shooting a 100 grain nozzle petitioner. Velocity, I don't have them crazy hot. I've got them loaded with H380, which likes those lighter bullets, if you've ever loaded any H380 but powder. But these are 100 grain nozzle petitioners, like I said, and they're running about 2950 to 2970, which is plenty quick enough to get the job done on deer or varmint. So anyway, really neat old rifle, really neat cartridge. If you've never known anything about it, really neat cartridge. I know there's some companies that actually chamber this steel. Not many, but some. I'm 99% sure you can still get a Tika in them. So if you've, and again too, a little more something about the shell itself, the cartridge itself. I'm sure you may know what a 260 Remington is. 260 Remington is essentially a 308 Winchester, necked down to a 6.5 millimeter bullet. And this is essentially the same thing as a 260, or this hull is, except it's about 3/8 of an inch longer. So I'll give you a good idea. So anyway, we're going to chunk this in her, And I've got a can of tomato soup down there at 200 yards on the top of this target stand. We're going to shoot that can of tomato soup. I cannot zoom up while I do this very well. I'm sure you can figure it out. Again, tomato soup is on top of that white target stand right there. Great old rifle. I absolutely love the action on these old Mauser actions. Feel great, sound great, look great. All right, let's see if we can hit the can of tomato soup. 200 yards, red splat. And we're hot. Oh, I put my earplugs in. Okay, hot. Whoopee. Yeah. Well, that was cool. Y'all see that? I bet you did. So yeah, once again, this is a Husqvarna Model 46 in a 6.5 by 55 Swede. There's the brass. Topped with a 2.5 by 8 power external adjustment Weaver steel tube. Great old rifle. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and come back and see us again on the Old Style Outdoors.